We have a GIS platform called Bharat Maps. Any user can register, visualize Indian data. You can correctly overlay on any global service like Google, ESRI, any map service emanating from any platform across the globe. And this is multi-scale, multi-resolution, and one can go from whole to part. 50,000 scale means larger area, lesser details. 4,000 scale means smaller area, more details, content-wise. Geospatial data, whatever the content, infrastructure, property boundaries, administrative boundaries, urban, topography, satellite, all are centralized database, centralized services. Data is rendered as a service. Some user wants only, I want a district boundary as a service, I can give a district boundary as a service. Somebody wants village boundary as a service, I can give a village boundary as a service, as per the requirement of the workflow in applications. Each of these layers and content is coming from multiple sources. Base layers, which administrative boundaries, roads, topography is coming from Survey of India. Satellite imagery is coming from ISRO, National Remote Sensing Agency. Forest boundaries is coming from Forest Survey of India. We have done very high scale mapping in 1:1000 scale for 7 mega cities, which are Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Chennai. And these map services are being extended to municipal corporations as a service, and at top of it they are further enhancing the content in terms of slum delineation. Lot of transactions happens in terms of reclamation of slums, converting into housing unit, providing housing unit to owners there. Now entire that governance process is managed by Slum Rehabilitation Authority, and entire services, data services and operations is provided by us. In terms of interoperability and standards, blockchain system should facilitate how part data should get integrated with centralized base map. Like utility services, say water supply service. Water supply service will come from whole to part. There has to be integration, convergence of bottom up and top down. Then you can marry GIS with blockchain. Now, one of the use cases for public good data, there is a lot of open data available as a service, open street maps and other things. Can we make that data as a part of blockchain so that individuals can contribute and public record and update trails is maintained? So lot of data coming from devices will create an opportunity for blockchain application if those geospatial component of data which does not require very high accuracy of base map, only some boundaries are good enough, then you can seamlessly integrate with blockchain. Today in India, we have cadastral maps, but we don't have cadastral grid. Survey of India grid is in 50,000 scale, not in 4,000 scale. Cadastral grid you have to create, taking from Survey of India GCP points, you have to create secondary points, tertiary points, and then go for urban areas also. So if you have each cell of that grid can be given unique identifier in blockchain. Each cell, you may call it a land coin, can have a unique private encryption key linked to owner. If you subdivide cadastral grid cells at granular level, accuracy of transaction and your blockchain management will be much more better. So that is the challenge today, because most of the cadastral data maps are not georeferenced. They are being digitized. People are trying to georeference using satellite imagery. But primary issue is setting up a appropriate ground control network in 4,000 scale. Haryana has done it. Haryana's cadastral map today is properly geo-corrected, and they have extensive survey and ground control grid with proper monumentation on the ground. You see, geography as a science is a science of parallel processing, but computing is sequential. So any object and event interact with the geography in parallel. So whether human beings weather, pollution, rainfall, humidity, they all interact with same geography simultaneously. Today, the change, the paradigm shift which is emerging, you will get data also from various modes, from drone, from IoT devices, from sensor, in parallel about common piece of geography. So you have to stream or cache multiple data parameters at top of GIS platform simultaneously and then do data analytics to deliver services. So somewhere blockchain has to get converged as a part of that process. I'm again giving the example for, from Slum Rehabilitation Authority. MPs or MLAs are involved in consultation process with the people who are living in slums. Now, what kind of guidelines to use technology for them? So they have even come out with empanelment of, say, GPS survey agencies to be used by developer. And they have run a capacity building training program for developer, saying that these are the agencies available. This is the format in which you will get the data. These agencies will help you in going to field. Similarly, interlinked operating procedures for people's representatives. Okay, so this is the developer, these are the agencies. You have to go to the people, convince people that these agencies will be coming to you. You cooperate. Now, this is what you may call it a good governance practices. Or you may call, and all these practices are supplemented by data governance processes at the back end. Now, unless, even for community participation, if you don't create that end-to-end ecosystem, you cannot leverage the benefit of technology to last mile. You can have a very good software with very good base map. You cannot institutionalize those technology or base map service until you take along all the stakeholders, including communities and people. This country has multiple policies, particularly for geospatial domain. And I know national map policy. There is a separate policy for aerial photography. There is a separate policy for satellite data. And today still there's a lot of confusion about UAVs and drones and other things. Data governance, data-led governance, these issues need to be addressed. State-center relationships, sharing of data, open data platform as per National Data Sharing and Access Policy of DST. There's still not many data, which is particularly in geospatial domain, is not made public. So these are the issues as part of larger, as we are trying to handle GST. In same way, data and data policies, center versus state, need to be taken care of. When I talk about the GIS policy, Ministry of Defense tells me for any value addition, you should come back again to us for clearance of vital area and vital points. Now GPS location is captured real time. Assets are geotagged, whether it is an REGA scheme, whether it is Swachh Bharat mission. I don't have time to go back. When I have got the clearance from security clearance from defense, single map committee, they will say your GIS portal should be compliant to these policies. Starting from 1923 Official Secret Act, they list out everything. Whole end-to-end dimension is also getting extended with IoT, sensor, and so many things. So many information is coming real time. Your policy framework is not changing according to that.